First update.
Hello YouTube. So this is not really a documentary series. Just a quick update on the situation. So I withdraw yesterday 25K and I got the payout in 3 hours. So um, I'm happy and very grateful for the engineer for the payout. So currently yesterday I started trading and I got 2 loss in a row and then I got to a winning streaks of 3 trades. Right now I got a few trades is still running. The first one is AUD NGD into the trade right here. We are at around 1R. Another trade is CPB GPY. I entered the trade yesterday, New York session. You can see right here. Here's go. One market condition. Um, Another trade is, let's see, CAD CAF right here. CAD CAF right here. So you can see very close to, no, not really, halfway to my take profit. Another trade is Arrow AUD right here. So you can see the price. This trade I have been holding for, yeah, probably more than 1 day. Price go here, trade back to break even, and now it's pushing up. So you can see that I just want to give you like a quick update on how I am trading. And probably I'm gonna get to the leaderboard again, but like I told you, I'm not going to give a shit. Profits, loss, leaderboard, certificate. There are a lot of unnecessary things in trading, drama kind of stuff, who is better kind of stuff. And the sooner we can detect ourselves from unnecessary things and focus our energy back to the things that matter, that is when beautiful things gonna happen. That's when things gonna click and the consistency is gonna come. So far, that's how things go. I'm not going to record every single trade. I'm not going to do that. I will try to keep like update throughout maybe once a day. So I will give you like very quick update on every single day because it's not a documentary series. It's just for showing the transparency, showing the motivation, and showing that when you actually focus on the right thing, the right result will come itself. But when you focus on the result, the wrong thing is going to unfold. The decision is going to be made based on the data, based on something that even based on indicator is way better than based on I think it's gonna go down. I don't want to lose my money. I'm gonna move to break even. I think I'm gonna execute something right here because I think that probably gonna go down. You need to be like really plan your trade, and every decision is gonna have some reason to back things up. It cannot be like I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose, so I'm gonna close the trade. It cannot be something like that. It's more like data driven, and the data is gonna depend on how you gonna channel your trade, how you're gonna collect the data. So here's a feeble retracement, and I'm target the 61.8 right here. Nothing complicated. People think I have some kind of holy grail or some shit, but even you trade exactly the same way I do, you never will be able to like replicate my result because I believe that the strategy is not the answer. The answer lies within you. The sooner you give yourself the power, the better. So maybe I'm gonna see you on the next update. This is not a documentary. This is just quick update for transparencies and yeah, see ya.
Second update.
Alright YouTube, so right now is Saturday and right now is weekend. Here's how the account look like right now. I close a few trade manually because it's weekend and price is very close to take profit. I don't want to hold some throughout the weekend, so I close a few trades. I still have 3 trades running around yeah, a little around 1 hour, and I'm just gonna hold them throughout the weekend. And you can see here is how the swap look like on for the engineer. Let's go to the dashboard. So here is how the dashboard look like after I withdraw around 3 days ago. The balance reset to 500k, and I start to trace up. Here's again. Here is previous 2 days. I got around 36k, and I got a few trades running with the equity of here 43k. So with current situation, so you can see right here on the dashboard again, and like I told you, during the time there are a lot of people, maybe they're gonna see me, or I actually see myself on the leaderboard, and it can be very distracting and very dangerous as well. But if I can actually push through like the mental barriers of like the leaderboard, social media, people looking, or the winning streaks, because I just got a winning streaks of 5 or 6 trade in a row, so highly likely that the next few trade gonna be losing. And if I expect that losing streak to happen, and I just keep executing after a series of trade of the next 20-30 trades, eventually I will get even more profits. Does that make sense? But the problem is that when we got into a certain amount of P&L, our mind gonna be very biased and very like fearful. It's like we want to be safe, and that's when things can go wrong. During the car moment is like we're having a lie, and if we can push through it without caring about the P&L, without caring about anything, like what I told you, not giving a shit. It's very difficult, but I am trying to push my limits. And and I want you to look at the statistic. You can see my word trade is a trade that I got slippage, but most of my trade, the average loss is around 2,000, and my average win is around 5,000, and my average risk reward is 2.8, and the win rate is pretty high for my risk reward. And here is the lot size. You can see that my lot size is pretty much consistent. I didn't actually like over risk or oversizing or revenge trades or doing anything stupid. All I all I focus is collecting the data, executing the setup, and that's it. And when I got to such an amount of profit split, it get a lot harder to push even further, because it requires a really don't give a shit state of mind to really keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I mean about like pros, like focusing more on the process, focusing more on making decisions, focusing more on the next trade, focusing more on collecting the sample size, and focusing more on executing the right setup. And the money is gonna come as the byproduct of all the things I just mentioned to focus on. Does that make sense? Because I am human, and as human being, when we see the car profit and loss, during the past 10 years, I saw a lot of huge numbers. That's the reason why I got used to it. And probably it's not going to affect me much. But if you are new to this car number, I believe that it's gonna fuck your mind up. I believe that it's gonna make you sweat. It's gonna like what I mean is that I can actually just stop trading and wait for the profit split. Or I mean if I trade like 5,000, I stop. I wait for the profit split. And again, I trade like up to 10,000 and I wait for this profit split. It's not the wrong way. Maybe that is the safest way. But what I mean is that if I really want to get even at a higher level, I need to detach myself completely from the P&L and to keep executing. And that's how this number is gonna be like going up and up and up. It can go down for a period of time, that is gonna go up if you keep doing the right things. The hardest part is that when we lose, we do the wrong thing. We executing the wrong trades. And when we win, we got overconfident. We executing the wrong trade, and we collect the wrong data kind of stuff. That's the reason why making the strategy partially mechanical or fully mechanical is very, very helpful, because if you are discretionary trader and you want to really push your P&L higher and higher, and you are not get used to the uphill number, is very, very difficult. And what I just shared to you is quite advanced, and I am not really recommending anyone to do it. But if you really want to be like at a whole new level and see things like in a way that most people don't, then you got to remove yourself from unnecessary things. You got to focus on the right thing. I love money, you love money, we all love money. But if we focus on the money, it will not come. Just the nature of trading, it's just nature of the business. The P&L, the money gonna trigger emotion. Emotion gonna trigger emotional decision. Emotional decision gonna trigger wrong trade. Wrong trade bring wrong data, and it's gonna mess things up. And when you have a wrong data, the next trade you make tomorrow is gonna be weird. And before you know it, you blow all the profit, you blow the account, you start from the phase one. That's the reason why. And I'm taking full responsibility for all my trades, all my action, and I'm not here to show you the big P&L. I'm here to show you the experiences and how you can actually handle the big number if you have the courage and if you have what it takes. You will see things like never before. And I wish you the best. I see you on the next update.
Third update.
Hello YouTube. So I just want you to see that currently is live market condition on US 30, and it's very close to my take profit, but it reversed. But yeah, in order to have probability to play correctly, I usually just let the take profit do its thing, because that is how I manage my trade, using take profit and stop loss. So here is how the day look like. I currently have around 7 trades opening. 3 trades from last week I hold throughout the weekend. 4 new trades. I got 2 trades close at loss today, and I down 3K, but no problem at all. Still floating in profits. And this is one of the beautiful thing about Fintech Engineer, where they have a balance base drawdown allow me to hold trades, hold my winning to a bigger profits. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult and very scary if the rule is like equity based. So that is how things look like right now. Here's like a few trades. I have a trade on Bitcoins. I have a trade on this. I actually make myself to use sell limit and buy limit order more to like have a really powerful entry, but it actually requires me to be more patient as well. So that's it. You can see like a trade on NGD GPY, the price trade down into the Fibo 50 and then immediately retrace. My take profit is up here, very, very far away. So I actually have my way to trade Fibonacci retracement, and it's very, very simple, but like it's more about the mental edge kind of thing. It's more about the mindset that create the different result. Because Fibonacci is like popular and it's had been here for so long, and it should depend on how you use it. It's just my favorite thing to do, and I don't believe that using the same strategy is key, but it's more like find your strategy, develop something that resonate with your lifestyle, with your personality, and then start collecting data. And if your strategy actually have an edge, then just keep collecting data, keep executing, and the more you executing, the more data you're gonna collect. And the more data you are going to collect, the more like the better the result will be. And the more confident you will have in yourself as well as your trading strategy. So I'm gonna see you probably in next day or so. I don't really want to update so much. I'm really focusing myself to execute and execute the next trade and the next trade and the next trade. Like really focus on the process. I think it's called process oriented. There are traders who focus on making a certain percent of like a month and then they stop. But for me, I focus more on doing the right thing, making the next decision the best, and to keep executing. And and when the process is good, then probably the result will be good as well. I don't really think about a fixed return, so that's just my thing. And I respect everyone has their own opinion, and I have my personal opinion as well. And you should have your opinion as well. That's how we build our confidence, how we build our values in who we are as a trader. So see you on the next update.
Fourth update, the 28th of June, 2023.
Hello YouTube. So today is Wednesday, and this is 2 days after the previous update. And here is how things look like. During the past 2 days, I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trade. I lost 6 trade. I win 2 trades, and I am at like close to break even. Yeah, not so good. 6 losing trade, and currently most of my trade are at break even. 1 trade close to stop loss, and 2 trades is just around 1 hour. So here how things look like. Let's go to the dashboard. So yesterday on Twitter, for the engineer actually mentioned me and saying me keep abusing the leaderboard, and here's how I respond. And I think that is actually true, because when you on the leaderboard, it doesn't come with any prize, it doesn't come with anything. It's just make things harder if you are new to trading, if you are new to profit, and if you haven't like received any payout. Because the cap leaderboard, it actually gives some kind of ego push in who we are as a trader, and usually it makes us in a way thinking that we may be better than other, but that moment is exactly when we fail miserably. And here is a meme that I made, and it reflects really true about like what can happen if we focus on the unnecessary thing. But what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. That's the reason why during this period, even I still go to social media, making sure I still focus on my trade and really serious with my trades. Now I want you to look at the dashboard. So from the time I got funded, I have been trading for probably 13 trading days, and here is how the daily profits, daily close profits look like. And I got to deep drawdown, and then I got out of the drawdown and have been very consistent with my profit. But you can see that yesterday I lost like I got to losing streaks, but I got out of it. But this today I got two losing trades and I got to draw down again. So basically, the last few days for me has been quite break even, and most of my trades are losing. You can see right here, and I want you to understand that it's not only about the winning trades, but also about the losing trade. You can see I got 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. I have been very consistent with my loss. That means I don't allow my loss to get bigger. I don't allow my win to get smaller as well. I'm very serious when it comes to like keeping clean data for my trading channel. And there are a few trades I close early because that is like weekend and or we got some kind of big news coming. So instead of risking a few pips, I told to manually close the trade. But most of the time, I don't want to micro managing the trade. So currently losing streaks, and I'm not sure if I can get out of it. The only thing I can be sure is that I can focus on executing and just executing and executing and executing. And with the right execution over a period of time, over a series of trade, we're gonna come out with some profits. Maybe small, maybe big, but it's still better than losing. And here is the leaderboard, and I am here. And I want you to understand that I can't just stop trading and wait for the payout, but like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is more about the level that I am trying to get into. Because when you can detect yourself from the P&L, the payout, the profit split, when you can actually remove unnecessary things from your trading and make your execution flawlessly, the result will come. There are certain percent that you will lose. There's certain percent that I may get a smaller payout, but these things are not within my control. The only thing I can control is my execution, my mental capital, my mindset, my approach to be able to trade the way that I believe is good, because at the end of the day, it's more about making data driven decision instead of the decision that based on the leaderboard or competition. There's no competition. There's no competition. I know this one. I know this one as well. They are influencers on Twitter, but it's fun to be around like-minded trader. But it's not fun to compete, because when you start to think this is competition with someone else, that's exactly the moment when we start to messing our execution, our trading, and that's when we're gonna lose. And this time I want that if I win, I want to win correctly, and if I lose, I want to lose correctly as well. Because winning or losing, it doesn't really matter now, because at the end of the day, I got more data, I got more sample size, and the more sample size I got, the more data I got, the more confident I will be in the future. So I don't see any way I can lose. If I win more profits, then I still win. If I lose some profits, I got more data. So in both situations, it's win-win situation. So with that mindset, it's so much easier for you to keep going instead of, oh man, yesterday I am second ranking, I got 50K. The highest profit I got is like 52K, but I didn't stop, because like I told you, I'm gonna keep trading until the payout day. And that's it for now. I'm gonna see you on the next update. For now, I'm gonna focusing on execution. And this documentary is more about mindset, more about how to trade under leaderboard pressure, and how to pro big profit, big account number the correct way. Got to see you on the next update.
Fifth update, the 28th of June, 2023.
Hello YouTube. So today we got stopped at L for 5 trades in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for the past 2 days, I took around 11 trades and I win only 2 trades. So 11 trades, I lost 9 trades and I only win 2 trades. So basically, I am in a drawdown, in a losing streaks right now. And you can see that I'm very focused on execution and let the stop loss and take profit do its thing. During the kind of drawdown, to be honest, today I got some kind of family issue, not really uh, a good day, to be honest. And the thing I want to update to you is that sometimes life's gonna catch up with you, and it's gonna be difficult. And during this kind of family issue, life issue, and you got into a drawdown, that's when things even harder. That's when you really need to focus on the data, focus on making the right decision, because that's when we can actually take our loss. Personally, that's when we started to come into the market with the wrong mentality that our lives a little mess up. So we come to the market, we trade the way that we should not, and that's when disaster come. So I think that is something that not everyone really mentioned about, because one of the crucial key element to be a successful trader is that you got to balance your life, not only in trading but also in life, because the way you live your life, the way you approach living life, it actually affects the way you trade a lot, to be honest. And that's why I want you to understand that right now I got drawdown, I got a lot of issue, I got family stuff, and it's really drained me out mentally. But when it comes to trading, I really need to focus on, like I always say, data-driven decision. That is the only way. And the way I trade right now, because it's so simple, because it's so stupid, sometimes I'm gonna get into a very long losing streaks because it's so simple. So the strike rate is not as good as other trading strategy. But the thing is, because it's simple, during the kind of life events, family issue, whatever you call it, I actually still be able to execute for flawlessly, because the strategy is simple. I didn't need to think much. If I have a complex strategy, maybe my win rate going to be higher. But the thing is, during the time where my mental capacity is not 100%, I'm gonna mess things up, and that's why I focus on statistical edge and a simple approach, and just using Fibo retracement and Fibo extension for my trading. I'm done with any complex concept or any theories about market. I allow myself to just trade, collect data, and be content with enough. Focus on the process and let the market decide the result. So I'm gonna see you on the next update.
Sixth update, the 29th of June, 2023.
Hello YouTube. So probably that is the last update for this account. So you can see that currently that account is positive 28k, and I'm going to stop trading on that account until the payout day, which is around 1 week from today. Here I want to show you the full history. You can see that after I regret 25k withdrawal last week, I got some nice winning streak. But then the last 2 trading day, I got to another losing streaks of maybe more than 10 trade in a row. So let's go to the dashboard. So here you can see the dashboard. So on the same withdrawal day, I got my account and I got some good trade and I run it to 16K. And the next few days I run it up to 51K. And 51K is a lot. But I got into drawdown and it ran down to 28K right now. So you can see that in this video, despite the fact that I really want to just keep trading and ignore the P&L, but when you got into a point that you lost from 51K profit to now sitting at 28K, I know that it's just probability is playing itself, but still, that kind of drawdown still got into my head, and still, I felt like with the family issues going on with my life situation currently, and the drawdown, all of this factor create some kind of impact on my mental capacity, which make me don't have enough confidence to keep executing. So that's the reason why I stopped trading and wait for the payout. So you can see really a drawdown that I just got myself into, and one of the reasons that they have a more trade than usual because I actually closed all the trade manually yesterday. And this is one of the rare scenario where I actually close all my trade. And the reason why, because I actually have a 1, 2, 3, 4 trade yesterday, and all of them actually have a GBY, the Ian currency, in their in their pair. And yesterday, Ian is quite strong. That's the reason why I actually see the correlated and see the potential risk on my account. That's the reason why I manually close all the trade and accept that currently my mental capacity is not enough to keep executing the right trade. So I stop it. So the whole video, I want to show you that this is a whole history, and you can see that my win rate is pretty like just pretty low with 74 trade. I still keep in my bad trades around 3R and my loss is around 1R. The worst trade is due to slippage, so it went around 1.5R. So far, everything is very like within the rules, very mechanical and very well planned. And I'm pretty happy with the data that I collected during the past few weeks. So you can see that despite the fact that I really want to push myself to keep trading and ignore the leaderboard stuff and to keep pushing, but to be honest, the drawdown still got into my head. And when right now I feel like my mental capacity is not enough to keep executing flawlessly. That's really why I told to stop. And throughout to payout, I actually see more others like my strategy actually have the risk of ruin as well. Like imagine when I start trading again at 500K and I got to a similar payout, similar drawdown like this, it's gonna be very stressful. But still, despite that fact, I'm gonna keep trading and keep collecting the data. So far, I'm pretty happy with my decision. I'm pretty happy with my execution. And even though I lost some profit back, I still feel like grounded. I still feel proud of myself because sometimes when we are on 51K and we lost back here, our mind somehow will like think like, what if we withdraw here? It's going to be great. We will have a like the biggest payout ever in the firm. We will have a more flower stuff, but it didn't mean shit. That's the reason why I stopped trading, because in trading sometimes it's easier from the look, but when I got myself into the situation, it's very different. And right now I still trading on other account on other channel, but I'm not trading on this account because I realize that my mental capacity needs some time to refill itself. and it will be better for me to get the payout and then continue trading. So I'm gonna get the second payout, and probably I will let you know if I got paid again. So far, I hope that you got some value from this video, because this video is just a partial documentary about my choice. Instead of playing it safe, I chose the role to be able to play it in the way that makes sense to myself. And I just don't want to be too safe. I want to push my mental edge a little bit harder and a little bit like to the next level. So I'm gonna see you on the next update, and thank you again for watching. So you can see that with 28k, I will be able to withdraw around almost 23k, and that will be amazing for my mental capacity, for my state of mind, and really grateful. This is one of the biggest month of the year for me, and hopefully I can keep consistently with my result. And thank you for being a part of the channel, and I hope that this actually inspire you a little bit. And as always, I always try to deliver the values that I believe. It's not about the strategy. It's never about the strategy. I wish you good luck and good trading. I'm gonna see you on the next video.
Imperfect.